The Susana Kennedy Show on 2oceansvibe. It's Kinky Kennedy. The Crazy Caring Cat. Saturdays, 12 until 2. The Susana Kennedy Show.
So welcome back to 2oceansvibe. The next question I'd want to ask you is for young artists out there. Do you have some advice for them in this ever-changing world where there's a lot of piracy going on, where there's a lot of challenges being a young musician and having your work, I don't know, maybe not paid for as much as it was before? What avenues, what advice would you give young artists?
Well, I'm a firm believer in the concept that in today's market, it's really not about trying to monetize individual music sales, meaning that, you know, songs are going to be downloaded, they're going to be shared.
Sure.
What you want to do is monetize the overall brand, so who you are. So you don't want to spend your time chasing down quote-unquote piracy and things like that. It's, you know, it's definitely the wrong approach in today's environment. But what you want to do is understand the big picture, and that's why it's important to make sure that you put on a good show so that you can do tours and concerts and increase the value of your brand,
yes,
the overall culture of who you are, so that your fans connect to your culture, and your culture creates revenue streams to support you making more music.
More music. So it's almost like we kind of shifting back a little bit and going more to live performances and bringing fans together on a live one-on-one basis to build the brand.
Yes, yes, the community of you. So when you are, your music connects with an individual. The reason why people always love, you know, historically to buy magazines and T-shirts is because beyond your song, they're connected to you.
Sure.
And so since that connection is now there, and we have all of these platforms and applications that can make the distance even closer, why not then create your livelihood and business from that aspect of it?
Sure.
And the music itself, you don't have to worry about monetizing music, but if it happens to be monetizable and you lose some through piracy, you don't even call it a loss. It's marketing and promotion.
It's marketing. Yeah, a lot of young bands actually and young artists are giving a few songs away for free. Just to, you know, create awareness of their music and bring people into their fold. So I think that's another good way of saying, okay, we're going to work with the free system and bring people in and come and watch my concert rather than worrying about it so much.
Right. Well, and by the way, speaking of that, shout out to Ice Cream, who was the other night a local band here,
yes,
and I also got their CD, and I enjoyed the music.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I plan on you know, connecting with them before I leave. So, but
awesome.
Shout out to Ice Cream.
Okay, cool. Ice Cream shout out from MC Hammer on 2oceansvibe. Who is the most inspirational person that has been in your life and why?
Most inspirational? I would say my mother and my wife, two of the most inspirational people. But you know, outside of family, there's certainly been, you know, other individuals who have played a significant role. One of my mentors in technology, godfather of Silicon Valley, is a gentleman by the name of Ron Conway, very instrumental. Another gentleman who helped raise me from the time I was a kid until I was 18 years old, by the name of Charles O. Finley, owner of the Oakland A's. And there have been others. So, but yes, those are some of the individuals that have played significant roles in my life.
In your life. If you could have lunch with anyone or dinner, dead or alive, who would it be?
Well, I've had lunch with quite a few people.
I'm sure.
Historical,
Yeah.
and having you know, gotten to meet some great people, including the great and honorable Nelson Mandela.
Isn't he amazing?
I had a chance to meet him at the White House when Bill Clinton was in office. You know, I've sat down with a lot of people, but you know, again, I spent time with Michael Jackson, spent time with a lot of my heroes. Fortunately in my life, a lot of my heroes, James Brown obviously was in not only in the 2 Legit to Quit video, but we spent a tremendous amount of time together, and I sat down with him. So I would say outside of all of this, if I were able to sit down with one person I'd like to sit down with in person, although I'm in contact with on a regular basis, would be Jesus Christ himself, in the flesh.
In the flesh.
In the flesh. Jesus Christ in the flesh.
Miracles happen.
Yeah.
You're not just a musician, you're not just an artist. You also have been a producer, an executive producer. You've been a website creator for a dance platform. So you've done so many different things. Out of all of the things that you've done in your lifetime, what do you still hope to achieve?
Oh, hope to achieve. Well, right now, the goal is to help steer the atmosphere that is very hostile and volatile on a global basis. It's a couple things. So that we're in an era right now that violence is predominant, and it also is predominant in the inner city and in the U.S. as well. And those issues are not being focused on from the poets, from melody, from music, from hip hop and rap. It's very powerful communication vehicle. So one of my near-term goals that will even begin and has begun while I'm here, as a matter of fact, is to finish the narrative or create the narrative, but finish writing the narrative around the music that's already been created to address these issues, cause awareness, bring a certain amount of healing and balance to the atmosphere, so that we can deal with a generation that's been inundated with less resources, less access, and are frustrated. So, you see frustration on a global basis, but that frustration is also localized for us. So my goal is to help to bring some resolution and to help bring some healing through not only music, but through technology as well.
Have you heard of Shout, the campaign Shout?
The campaign Shout, no.
I'm going to hook you up with them because I think you'd be very interested. Do you know Danny Kaye? There's a whole group of these incredible South African singers and artists that work with a campaign called Shout.
Were they doing that when I was here last year? Because I remember hearing something about Shout. I heard about this Shout, but I didn't get to crest of the movie.
Yeah, I would love to connect you with them because that's exactly their point. They lost a very incredible musician, Lucky Dube, to an act of crime. And what they've done is they've gotten together, Prime Circle, Karen Zoid, there's so many of them. They've gotten together and they create a song every year with a whole lot of these incredible artists. And the revenue from that song goes to fighting crime and helping, various charitable organizations, but basically just to counteract the current situation in South Africa.
So it goes to counter violence.
Yes, counter violence and helping and positivity. So I'll definitely hook you up with them because I think you'd love to chat to some of those guys. And it's our best artists in South Africa. They've really done a good job of bringing them together.
Well, good. Anything that's being done with the music to help bring some resolution and peace to the community is fantastic.
Great. And then my last question for you today is, what do you always wish somebody would ask you in an interview? Is there anything that you've always wanted to say that you haven't been asked yet?
No.
You've always gotten to say everything you want to say.
I'll find a way to say it.
You find a way to say it. Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. It's been lovely chatting to you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here in Cape Town in South Africa.
All right.
And come again soon. Come do a concert.
We'll come do it. We're going to come do business. So there's a lot of platforms and technology.
Awesome.
We'll do here. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Take care.
Thank you so much. You're listening to Susana Kennedy on 2oceansvibe. We'll be back right after this.
The Susana Kennedy Show on 2oceansvibe. It's Kinky Kennedy, the crazy caring cat. Saturdays, 12 until 2. The Susana Kennedy Show.